Do you want to know about teaching work and earning extra chores without teaching children to hate work? I'm Nicholeen Peck, and I teach all over the world about parenting and good communication, how to build strong family bonds, and child development. And in this video, we are talking about helping them learn to love work. In this video, we're going to talk about paradigms related to work and teaching children to work, and also paradigms related to extra chores. And then we're going to talk about how to help children learn to work and do extra chores without hating it. There are mixed opinions on teaching children to work. I think everyone wants their child to have a good work ethic. They want them to be good at the office, good in school, and know how to take care of themselves when they reach adulthood. Yet, for some reason, many parents coddle their children and don't have the children actually work. And this is because it actually takes a long time to teach another person work. It takes patience as well. And many parents get put off by the fact that children complain about work. I think parents are under the assumption sometimes that children have to enjoy every bit of their parenting. Where did they get that notion? Children have never, ever enjoyed every bit of the parenting that happened, because guess what? They make mistakes sometimes and they have to face that. They have to own up to their own choices by taking responsibility, and sometimes that hurts a little bit. Sometimes parents aren't perfect too, granted, but usually parents are trying their best to teach the lessons to their children, and the children sometimes just don't want to learn the lessons. Now, if you stopped teaching lessons to your children just because your child acted like they didn't like the lessons, that would throw off the roles in your family entirely. And then your child would be disadvantaged for the rest of their life because they wouldn't learn how to work with somebody who had authority over them. They also would probably be entitled in their learning and maybe even be a bit controlling of the environment around them. A child does not have to enjoy everything. In fact, it is a blessing for a child to have opportunities to be disappointed in themselves and others from time to time. That doesn't mean we try to make them disappointed in us, but let's be real, it's going to happen sometimes. Nobody is perfect. So what do you do to help them love work? Well, work with them. In our family, so I raised 4 children of my own, plus many children who were not my own. I did therapeutic treatment care for many years for troubled teens, and one of the biggest things that I needed to teach them was how to do chores, how to work. And they would work with me. They worked in the garden and in the yard. They folded laundry, made meals, cleaned up after meals, washed floors, cleaned bathrooms, washed walls, reorganized rooms, cleaned cars. We did all kinds of things. Plus, we did community service work for other people as well. Work is a really great way to help your children be able to grow in character and confidence. In fact, work is the #1 way that children grow in character and confidence. Recently, I was featured in a program that was filmed by BYU TV called Parents in Progress. In Parents in Progress, I talked about work with the hostess, and we saw families who were engaged in work with their children, who came up with creative ways to help their children learn to serve each other in the family and to work together. And you know what the world saw when they saw this program? They saw happiness. They saw connectedness. Of course, the children don't love every chore every second of the day, and sometimes it's hard and they wish they didn't have to, but in the end, they're grateful. Every single one of my children has left my home and in the end reached adulthood and thanked me and said, "Mom, thank you. Thank you for teaching me how to work, because now I'm at college and I'm like the only one who knows how to take care of a house. And now I feel like I'm having to be the mother of the apartment. And I don't like that, but at least I know that I don't have to live in a mess and that I can tell other people what needs to be done." When people get married and they know how to take care of a house, again, they thank me. Now, you may not get the thanks that you wish you would from the children as they talk about work even when they get older, but when they are teaching their own children how to work, they will be grateful on the inside that someone actually taught them to. Now, if you've already subscribed to this channel, you know that I like extra chores for negative consequences. And there's a reason for that. Because when a person earns an extra chore as a negative consequence, they get the opportunity to actually do something to accept their consequence. They get to take personal responsibility for their own choices, thoughts, and behaviors, and they get to face themselves so that they can better prepare themselves to do better in the future. They learn cause and effect. Plus, work is the antidote for a sick character. It's quick and easy, goes away fast, so it's quick repentance as well. I like to give them the opportunity to accept a consequence so that they can learn that self-government, and it doesn't have to be painful every single time. So what if you're doing extra chores because you're trying to learn this Nicholeen Peck teaching self-government stuff, and you're doing family work every day as a family, and you're also giving your children their extra chores that they're doing as well, but for some reason they just act like they hate it and they're still lazy? Well, don't give up. There are different personalities of people. Some people struggle a little bit more with laziness. It could also be that you're presenting work as a negative thing. Some people will tell their children, well, if we get all the work done, then we can go do something fun. Well, that says to the children that the work isn't fun, but the work is very, very rewarding. In fact, some of my memories that I have with my parents revolve around work. Some of my most vivid and precious memories revolve around work, not around play. Sure, we went to places like Disneyland and different amusement parks, but I don't really remember that stuff as I remember canning with my mom, sewing with my mom, arranging rooms and washing walls and hanging wallpaper. Those were things that I remember vividly. Those were the things that formed me. So I'm so glad that she took the time to work with me, even though sometimes it seemed like a lot of work and I didn't really like it some days. Every single Saturday we had to do yard work time. My children had it even worse. Every single day when it was yard work season, my children had to do yard work, sometimes for multiple hours in the day, because we grew a lot of food. And you know what? They knew that was part of family life. So that's just what they did. And now they know how to work. They start businesses and run things. They're leaders in their communities because they know how to work. Did they ever complain? Did they ever not want to do it? Oh, sure. But can they disagree appropriately with me? Yeah, because that's one of the teaching self-government skills for success. Sometimes when they disagreed appropriately, did it work? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes did it not work? Yeah, a lot of the time. They still had to do the work. Don't let yourself be discouraged if your child acts like they don't like work. The more work a person does, the more confidence they build in the work. The less and less they hate it. The more they find satisfaction in the project and in the job well done. Your child will never get to that place where they enjoy work and seek it out if they don't get enough opportunities to do work. Now, I don't know if you've seen on this channel that I was on a show back in 2009 called The World's Strictest Parents, and it was filmed by the BBC. In that program, there was a time where James, one of the 17-year-olds that was brought to our home to live for 8 days for the filming of this program, earned an extra chore. The extra chore that my husband told him he needed to do was clean the bathroom. Well, James had never cleaned a bathroom before. He was 17, and he'd never cleaned a bathroom before. So Spencer taught him how to clean a bathroom, and then he gave him his own bathroom to clean. When James was done cleaning that bathroom, he stood back with pride and looked at a job well done. He even said, "Nicholeen, when I get home, I am going to clean the bathroom at my mom's house. She is going to die." His mom had not had him clean the bathroom in all those years. And so finally, he had something to show her, and he was so excited about it. He grew in confidence that day. He also started learning other things from Spencer, like how to drive a car and stuff like that too. Those were things that required confidence. Well, once he started working, the sky was the limit. He had a significant experience in our home, and a lot of the significance from that experience really revolved around the fact that our family works and we like it. And he learned to like some of that work too. Your children don't have to hate work, and I hope that they won't. But the more that they do, the less they'll hate it. The less they do, the more they'll hate it. And the more that you hate it, the more they will hate it too. If you want your children to enjoy work, you'll have to decide to enjoy it alongside them, working with them and independently and loving it the whole time. If they see that type of attitude, then they will have a better attitude about the work that they have to do in their lives too. I've mentioned quite a few skills about self-government. If you want to know more about self-government, be sure to watch my next video, which is the not so known secret for parenting success. I'll see you there.